Okay, so the last few days I've seen dragonflies, and I've been meaning to say like dragonflies are trying to talk and say something, and the first two I saw were linked together. So I don't know what that means. Were they fighting, or something else? I don't know. But so anyway, dragonflies got a message, and we've got a psychic uh, thing that I like to do, and it's not a test. It's just a practice and whatever. So let's do the psychic thing first. It won't take that long. So I'm gonna look at you right here. I'm thinking of a number. Okay, it's a two-digit number, and it's not 27. Okay, I'm thinking of a two-digit number that's not 27. It's not 27. Pause if you have to get locked in. I've already got it. I'm about to say it. Ready? The number is 27. It's not a real test. I was a joke. That was a joke, and it was a test of your humor. And if you've got it, please come stick around and whatever. So dragonfly. So I pulled up the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook and the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit of the Dragonfly, and I thought I'd get us started and read that. By the way, I just let my hair out. I had to come home. The family that I'm irrigating for, they were there today, so I could get away from the farm, and I came home to have to wrangle my chickens. They got out, so that was interesting. But here I am, and the sunlight, because of the time of day, is playing on my um, what you call it? What's this thing called? My sign. So it's there. It's just the light shining so bright on it. Okay, speaking of light, dragonfly. I'm going to read this whole thing, but it's the end that really is, I think, where the message is. Okay, ready? Begin. Dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. Oh, baby. Okay, she didn't write "oh baby." That's a Trip thing. By the way, I'm Trip. This is Real Nature Trip. We do tarot here. Okay, the dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. Okay, wonder, wonder. I've been feeling some wonder. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. Oh, that was two glances. Ow, my eyes hurt from doing that too hard. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. Excellent. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. I can dig that. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. Oh, yeah. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. All right. Oh, I see more chicken wranglers are coming by. All right. So that was the message from the dragonfly. You know, I kept seeing them every time I went out to the orchard. They were popping up. And then I had a cool thing happen. I was driving between two blocks of orchard. There's a dirt road that went in between, four-wheeler. And as I was driving, these birds came out of the trees and like raced in front of me, just like little jet fighters or something. And they weren't worried about me. I was spooking them, and they were just all getting away. But they came into the road and out. It was really a special treat, a special treat for me. Okay, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I came out here with my irrigation hair. I decided not to put my hat on because it's wild, but it's not too wild. And, you know, it's just, I know that looking weird is clickable. I just want to be so clickable. You can click me. What are my neighbors doing? Can you hear? Can you hear? All right. Was there something else I wanted to tell you, talk to you about before we start? What's important? Did I tell you I love you? Did I tell you I love you? Because I've learned about love. And I learned that for me, the backbone of love is acceptance. And I've been just on this journey of accepting myself for everything. And because I've done that, and still working on it, and like there's little pieces, whatever. It's so good now that it's like whatever little pieces, it'll happen. It'll happen. That now I can look at others and feel the same way, and I understand that what we've done here on Earth is just what we do here on Earth. I get it. We're just making our way the best we can. Yeah. When I was younger, I kind of realized that everybody, most people, thought they were the good guy, or they were the hero, or the whatever, because I always felt that way. I felt like I'm the good guy, except for when I did really bad things, and I felt terrible. And what was my point? My point is, you're right. You are the hero. You're the hero of your own story, at least. Oh, but there are no good guys. There are no bad guys. There's just us, and we are just one. So there's just, I don't even know what to call us. All right. And I love you. And spirit. Oh, yeah. Spirit's involved in this whole thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. Right? All right. Please help us out. Use us how you want to use us. Do what you got to do. And we're happy and excited. Oh, I'm so excited to be in this position. Thank you for putting me here. All right. We love you. Okay. Oh, I dressed up for this one. I'm wearing my Yakima, Washington lawyer outfit. We're in a hick town, so this is how we dress up. All right. What is in store for you? What is going on? I've been going by the book, and I've been loving it. And Spirit's telling me, get out of that comfort zone and just start freewheeling it. So when I do that, and it's been a while, I do 3 cards at a time. And to me, like when you triangulate someone's location, 3 cards kind of tell a story to me. And so let's just see what happens. Are you ready? One more cut. One more cut. Boom. The Emperor, the Fool, and the... Wow, you're just going... This is pretty amazing. So when I look at 3 cards, a lot of times it's the middle card that to me tells the story, and the other 2 kind of support it. And sometimes I read it left to right, like when you read a sentence in English, when you read regular old English books, or what is English? Is it as far as a language, like English and Spanish and French and German, they're all the same kind of whatever. So we all read the same, right? Left to right, top to bottom. Okay. Enough of that foolishness. Foolishness. Oh. 2 majors, 1 minor. A 7 and a 4 and a 0 because you're just starting out, baby. The Fool. Why do I want to say the Fool is everything? Oh, whew, something overwhelmed me right there. The Fool is everything. Saying that sentence overwhelmed me. The Fool is everything. Why is that? Why did I say that? This might just be where I'm at. Oh my gosh, my eyes are kind of a little reddening up around the edges. Be manly. The Fool, like they're just, I think it's because they're present. They're just in the moment. They're not worried about anything in the future. I mean, even when they're right on the edge of this cliff, they're not worried about the next step. They are unbothered. Living in the now, man. They're like right here, right now, man. Oh, I feel like that's where you're going. You're getting in touch with this. I want to say, I don't want to say primal, but primary. This primary part of you, this Yeah. But it's surrounded by these two things. Ah! Sometimes things fall down and you just gotta get up and dust them off. It's exactly what just happened to this emperor. Sometimes we fall and we have to get back up and dust ourselves off. And the emperor came up yesterday, and this seven of wands. So I feel like sevens are an internal change, and wands, I feel like some things that light you up, the things that light you up are changing. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. The things that light you up are changing. And you know what's funny? This fool, I mean, definitely on a cliff. They really highlight that fact, right? This guy, if you look at the ground, look at the edge of this ground. He's on higher ground, but it's not just a hill. There's cliff, huh. These two look so different though, right? This one's on the edge, not worried about it. This one has reached the top or on the edge, and they're battling. The emperor doesn't have to do the battling. That is the do these cards feel kind of oppositional a little bit? Like, I don't have to fight. You know, I've been there, done that. I've gotten myself to this place. And then this one's still like, I feel scrappy. Like, I've got to work my way. It's funny, I just felt the feeling this morning. And I try to do a quick catalog before, and I don't know why. The term, like, I've always had to earn it. You know, like, I've always had to earn it. And at least that's my perception, right? Like, I've always had to earn it. And things have not just gone like, oh yeah, boom. But is it the case? Like, I'm not sure, because maybe someone would look at what I've gone through and go, man, that happened easily for them. And you know, I've struggled twice as long and not gotten half as far on whatever. So I understand that that's my perception. So we're talking about perception, and that makes me think, how are you perceiving your journey? Does it feel like a battle sometimes, or does it feel like, yeah, I'm in control? Not control, but you know, like, I I know who I am. I know where I am. I know what I am. I'm unbothered. I think as you go on this journey, you're going to be waffling back and forth. You'll be like, hey, I've got some earthly ease to take care of, and I've got some, you know, bigger things to think about. Whew, it's already big. Man, we just started. Oh golly. All right. I got three more. Where are we going? Holy moly. We got the Death, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. To me, let's read it left to right. This just feels like you've been through all these things to finally be free to move. And there's something about wands where each of these is ending in wands. There's something going on. I know there's something going on. Do-do-do, do-do. So yeah, death. We're not worried about death card. It's the end of some cycle. World's biggest woodpecker. Can you hear the banging? Oh dear, someone's taking something apart. So, the end of a cycle, the end of something. You've put something behind you. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, and discernment and alignment, and being like, you know, like, this does not align anymore, even though it could have been with you for eons, most of your life, all of your life, a big important part of your life, and it no longer fits, and you get it. And then the devil card shows up, and that's where it feels like you're attaching to yourself to things that aren't helpful. Maybe that's what the death of this stuff is. It's the death of, oh, that would be lovely, right? You're done putting yourself through this suffering. You're done thinking that these doors are locked. Yeah, you know, because we were talking about, you know, progress and achieving things and things, having to earn things. Man, I hope my hair isn't too much of a distraction, looking all weird. Man, maybe I really hope this is the completion of you kind of putting yourself under arrest in some ways, you know? And that frees you to go. And we were talking about these wands and this like new inspirations that you can trust them. You can trust them. I swear. I say you can trust them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Confirmation burp. Oh my goodness. Goodness is right. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just start with these two. So we've got, let's just start with this one. This high priestess. Oh golly. I want to read her again because she is so powerful. Man, we've got an emperor and a high priestess. Okay. The high priestess. The blueprint of mind. Oh, well, hold on. The blueprint of mind, body, and spirit, and the sanctum of the inner self. Oracle, occult, enigma, authenticity, mystery, intelligence. This is all of the things unseen, but yet encapsulated in your vessel, you know? So let's hold on to this, because then we go over to this masculine king of pentacles, and pentacles are earthly things, and it's like this doing of earthly things, this going out and achieving of earthly things. And here it is, rich inner life, like discovering yourself at a deeper level, yet also finding yourself in the world. And then we come up with justice, which is, there's these balance scales, and it's saying justice is like, hey, the work put out bring, the things coming in equal the work put out. Like it's finally like coming through. But I think what it is it starts off with this inner balance and knowing yourself and knowing your dark and your light and being comfortable with it. That's a very loud thing on the road. There's a new level of comfort with yourself, like the seen parts and the unseen parts. And just look at that. Look at that. Robes even are just so flow, drape easily. Nothing is tight or constricting. There's a whole world of fruit behind her. And speaking of fruit and fruitful, I feel like she ignites this outward stuff. And so like the things you work on, and I know there's the thing, it's going to work out. It's showing you. It's showing you. The balance and then the sword. Oh man, oh man. What else? What else, Spirit? Nine of Wands. Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords. Wands and swords are kind of really driving this read. And swords are thoughts, right? And wands are more like inspiration. And inspiration, I don't know necessarily if they're the same as thoughts, but it's usually something that lights up your heart, right? And then that kind of fuels the mind. Like this is secondary. Oh, but yeah, earthly, hard, you know, unseen, easy, and then thoughts. No, that's ridiculous. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Okay, if we read, it's the seven, it's the 7 of Cups. I mean, it reminds me of the High Priestess. I feel like because the only clear choice anymore in your journey is this glowy one, right? Like what's in the glowy white robed, you know, kind of hidden, door number 3. Well, I'll tell you what, you've done door number 1, got you in lots of trouble. You did door number 2 and you made it in life. And door number 3, it's gonna make you filled with helium and just rise above these troubles. Rise above these troubles. Yeah, yeah. I feel like, well, let's not talk about the real trouble, but this is the choice that just took you to lots of work, whatever. But this is, you choose here the big sword, the big truth. Yeah. Knowing your truth. I'm saying yeah a lot today. I don't know why. I don't know why. I should have stopped this reading right at the High Priestess King of Pentacles justice, because you just don't get better than that. All right, all right. I don't feel like this is a big choice. I feel like this is a daily choice. Like a daily little, maybe multiple times a day, how you're choosing what thoughts you let come in, um, what future things to think about and not think about. I feel like that's where we're going here. Oh boy. So 8 of Pentacles, which I feel like I'm kind of right there today. Just this toiling, like, okay, we've made it pretty far into the journey. We're putting our head down. We've reconsidered. Seven of Pentacles. We've reconsidered what we're doing, and now it's time to just, do our thing. And we've got this Two of Wands. Wands keep coming up. I think there's something out there past this, what's right in front of you, and it's coming. And these 2 cards surrounded the King of Cups. And what I do love about the King of Cups is it's the masculine and the feminine coming together. It's the staunch, it's like king, masculine, doing, and then, so you expect a sword in their hand. You expect them to kind of be mastering the whatever. But then this one's got cups. And so it's like maybe they're mastering themselves, their heart. And that's the other thing. I feel like all of the royalty in this deck, they've kind of reached a more spiritual plane that's where they're playing. Or at least they consider that when they're going about their day-to-day lives. But this water here, this in touch with emotion, with your heart, I feel like that's been kind of the secret advantage that you've been developing or given, if you want. I keep thinking, what did I do to get gifted the things I've been gifted lately? And part of me thinks I did a lot, and part of me thinks it was just your time to hear this, see that, whatever it is. But I feel like, yeah, you're stepping into your time if you haven't already stepped into it, where you're so in touch with your heart. No matter what you've got to do out here in the world, toiling away. I don't. You probably can hear it now. That's pretty loud. No more water. Wait. Okay, what's going on? The Hangman, the Hierophant, and the Hermit. Triple H's. H's. What the heck? Triple H's. Man, okay. So I talked about this other side and going deep and the heart and we've got this high priestess who is all about this intuition and the seven where we're making this choice now. I feel like these guys are all either, risen or rising, right? Like they're all part of this bigger journey. The Hanged Man is when you go, wait a minute, this is this the way it's supposed to be, and let's take a thoughtful pause. We're in no rush, and let's look at this thing for real, and let's consider things instead of just react to things. Let's consider things instead of just react to things. That's our first H. And the Hierophant, I mean, that's all about the spiritual stuff and the delivery method of it, or the acceptance method of it, the receiving or delivery method of it, depending on which side you're on at the particular minute. But the Hermit, we talk about this inner world. The Hermit is guided by this is their heart, this is their inner light, and they're guided by it. And they're not taking more than a step, like this fool, right? They look different, but he's just taking the step in front of him one at a time, and the fool is doing the same. But the hermit knows all of the dangers. I mean, look at the wise. He's got some silver. I had to pay for these highlights. These are very expensive. So he probably just got it for free, because back in those olden days, I mean, these are olden day people, obviously. They didn't color their hair. They didn't spend money on it. I actually don't know. There's going to be some historian. I'm sure lots of historians find this channel. No. They're busy doing academical stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay. You know what? We're going to do one more wild animal spirit, because I feel like we're being told the same thing over and over again. You're getting so deep and letting go. Like, the practical method is, or the practical thing to say is, you're figuring out how to let this stuff go. But the other thing is, something else is coming to inspire you. Let's just see. Let's see what this deck has to say. Earthworm. Earthworm, surrounded by a raccoon and mouse. Interesting. Man, the earthworm does some work for us that we don't see, right? They're working in the dark. They're subterranean. I'm gonna have to read this earthworm thing, and it's so interesting. This earthworm is a very light card, but it's surrounded by these darker cards. And they're all the same category. Upside down triangle, or pointing down triangle. I turned right to earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. This is not me right now. Actually, I am pretty shy. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Oh, I've felt that many times lately. And the actual field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced. We just talked about that. But it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Tripp said that too. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insight. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious, apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. Oh yeah, those things. You know what? And if you do, before you do, you remind your inner child. You just remind that little inner child that no matter what happens, that it'll be safe and you'll protect it and not to worry because it'll be safe. All right, so let's see what Mouse has to add. Detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, nervous. And I'm just going to go straight to bring into balance, a meaningful project. So when in balance, organized, resourceful, prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose. To bring into balance, a meaningful project. And let's see what Raccoon has to offer. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. Let's just go with balance. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. And to bring into balance, make new work. I feel like these are telling you the same thing with the inspiration, the new inspiration coming in. I feel like there's going to be something new coming in that's going to light you up. Oh man, that is delicious. Whew. I hope this has been, I hope there was something in there for you. I hope you're doing great. You know what? I hope you're feeling great about how you're doing. I know you're doing great. No matter how it looks on the outside, I know it. It's all got a reason. It's all got a purpose. Huh. Okay, enough tomfoolery. Enough Tripp foolery. Say I love you and hang up. Okay, I love you and goodbye.